So now it's my turn to talk about the new Fallout New Vegas 2 rumor. In this video, I'm going to basically go over what the rumor is, how it came into existence, and then what I think about it, and basically just the potential of a Fallout New Vegas 2. What I think that can mean as a game, and really what it can mean for us as players of that game. So where did this rumor come from? You may have heard of this rumor. It was on some different subreddits, and just a lot of different news websites were kind of covering the coverage of this rumor, mostly calling it fake. Basically, a website called Frag Hero did post saying that they have a source saying that Fallout New Vegas 2 is in development and it's being made by Obsidian. They go on to attempt to justify themselves, saying that the same source did tell them about The Last of Us 2 before it was announced, as well as Red Dead Redemption 2. Both of those are kind of posts they've made in the past, and they came out before the announcements, and then the announcements obviously came out after. And that actually is 100% true. They did make a post saying The Last of Us 2 might be coming, and then a few weeks later, The Last of Us 2 was announced. More or less was the same for the Red Dead Redemption 2 also. What they say explicitly about the game as what they know is that it's an upcoming reveal, so possibly going to be released for E3. Obsidian is involved and will go fucking nuts and run around naked in the streets in joy. So this actually could make a lot of sense. I and a lot of other YouTubers speculated that a new Fallout game would be coming out this year, whether it be a remaster, which is personally what I thought it would be of, Fallout New Vegas, or a totally new standalone game developed by a second company, similar to how they did Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, simply because of how much success they did have from that. And of course, Fallout 4 kind of made a new name for the Fallout franchise, and there's a lot of money to be made in that area. So what are the pros and cons of this rumor? Why do I think it's potentially true or potentially false? Well, as far as the pros go, obviously New Vegas 2 does have a big kind of name recognition. Fallout New Vegas sold a ton of copies. A lot of people know the game, a lot of people love the game, and I think a lot of people would love going back to that region and having kind of a more RPG Fallout experience after coming off of Fallout 4. And on top of that, they do say Obsidian is involved, which I actually think is something very important that I'll get back to in a little bit. But now let's go over the cons as to maybe why this isn't so plausible. From a business perspective, I kind of question this decision, and maybe not everyone's going to agree with me on this one, but if you look at Fallout New Vegas, it's a very good game. Tons of people were super stoked about that coming to Xbox One backwards compatibility. With the recent success of the re-release of Skyrim with Skyrim Special Edition, and more importantly, the release of mods on consoles, Bethesda had to think and be like, do we want to do this with another game, whether that be Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, or even some of the older Elder Scrolls games. In my eyes, Fallout New Vegas seemed like the best candidate for that. It had the biggest mod scene outside of Fallout 4 and Skyrim, and of course, a lot of people again love Fallout New Vegas. A simple remaster would obviously net them a lot of money with relatively low amounts of effort on their side, although it would kind of be a step backwards from Fallout 4's engine, but I think a lot of people would forget that simply because having mods is such a big deal nowadays. And of course, this would kind of break Bethesda's release cycle with Fallout. It's never been the same location a second time. It's always been Fallout 1, 2, 3, 4, and then of course New Vegas. I know Bethesda didn't work on all those games, but regardless, the point holds. It would definitely be kind of weird to have a New Vegas 2, although I guess the counter argument could be the name recognition that that brand would bring. But then a counter argument to that counter argument is, well, do you really want to experience New Vegas again? They've never done that before. It's always been a totally new location with Bethesda games. You can look at the Elder Scrolls or the Fallout series and see evidence of that. At the same time, Obsidian did just announce that they are working on a brand new game, Pillars of Eternity 2. Obsidian isn't a big studio to begin with. They don't have a ton of manpower to work on two games at the same time. On top of that, they were actually having a lot of business troubles and laid a bunch of people off, reducing their manpower even further. And even if all that wasn't enough, they're crowdfunding their new game. They don't obviously have the money or the backing to pay for it themselves, so they're allowing people to, give them money ahead of time to develop this game. That doesn't sound like a company that has the capability or really prospect of creating two games, and two games that are going to be coming out around the same time. But this is the part I was talking about when I said Obsidian is involved. If they truly are hurting for money that badly, then I think they would be open to whatever possibilities it does take to make additional income on the side. So maybe this is a bit of a reach, but I think there's a potential that Obsidian execs, or just people really high up at Obsidian that had a big part in Fallout New Vegas, could be consulting on Fallout New Vegas 2. What I mean by that is Bethesda is hiring an outside company to make this hypothetical game. I don't think Bethesda themselves are releasing it. They kind of confirmed they're not working on a new Fallout next, and of course Obsidian is working on Pillars of Eternity. But maybe some people from Obsidian are helping out this new company to really just get the design aspects down and really just some of the overarching ideas, because of course they had so much success with the first New Vegas. I think that's possible. Obviously they can make some decent money on the side. Bethesda is still making money from a Fallout release, and of course what game studio would really turn down the opportunity of a Fallout game? Obviously right now Fallout's in a huge spot and a lot of people really love the brand, and coming off Fallout 4, I think a lot of people would be very eager to buy the next one, considering some of the disappointment associated with it. I don't know, there's a lot going on here. I don't know if this is potential or not. I honestly don't have a set idea in my mind whether I believe this or don't believe it. I think there's good arguments on both sides of things. Frag Hero says they're going to have more hard details in the next few days, so I'll definitely continue to pay attention and update you guys when I can And regardless, let me know in the comments down below, do you think Fallout New Vegas 2 can be a thing? I tried to clearly lay out both sides, or at least what in my eyes would be both sides of the argument, so hopefully you could create a good idea. If you guys did watch to this point in the video, comment boon down below. As always, thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.